Evet. It's my god. Oh boy. İşte 2nd November, 10 o'clock 10 in the morning. Partially cloudy day. The sun might come out after a while. Today's topic is communication. What is communication? Talking, speaking, listening. What is communication? Communication is basically a dialogue between two or more people. Let me put this here. It's a dialogue between two or more people. It's a message that's being shared between two or more people. It's an information that we share between two or more people. It's a connection. So, communication is a connection or a dialogue or a message or information between two or more people. Now, there are two people, the sender and the receiver, the speaker and the listener. Tamam? Yani also in the writer and the reader, for example. So it's the sender and the receiver. There are different forms of communication: verbal, written, animated, and arts. Tamam? And there are different forms by which we could express ourselves. Basically, it's an expression of your thoughts, of your information, of your ideas that you want to share. It's maybe day-to-day communication, or an official communication, or a government communication, whatever. It's an information that we share, işte. Şimdi, why do we not communicate properly? That's the problem. Why do we miscommunicate? Why do we misunderstand each other? That's where the problem is. There are 6 or 7 points I've written. I call them hurdles hurdles in communication. Yani hindrances, yani problems that creates misunderstanding and miscommunication. Now the problem is on both. Sometimes the sender, sometimes the listener, the receiver. Yani. Sometimes both. Come on, we need to understand that. Number 1 is patience. Patience, yani sabır işte. Patience means that if a sender is trying to send a message, he should be clear enough. He should have the patience enough to communicate, to express his ideas. At the same time, the listener should have the patience to understand and listen to the sender, the speaker. So the responsibility lies on both of them, the sender and the receiver. Number 2 is mental level. Mental level is very important. For example, if you're talking to a 5-year-old child, you will not speak to him like in a mature way. He's a child or she is a child. They will not. For example, you will not say to a child that life is difficult. It's really difficult. You will not understand until you reach my age. They will not understand. They're 5-6 years of age. They will not. But if you say that, listen, man, I'm busy now. I will come back in 2 hours, and I promise you to take you. I will promise to take you out to the park. If I don't go out, I will not work. If I don't work, I don't get the money. If I don't get the money, I cannot get you ice cream. So you need to come down to the level of the child, whatever level is, child or uneducated person or whatever. You need to come down to the level, or you need to come up to the level. That really depends. But the mental level is on the listener actually. Oh, actually, it's on both speaker and listener, both. You need to understand. Speaker will not do. He should not start the conversation realizing that the mental level is low. You should not communicate because the message will not pass. Or you should be sensible enough to reach down to the. Oh my God, 3 minutes. Reach down to his level, mental level, or reach up. So it's both. Where is my pen? I just wrote one. It's both. Number 3 is biased. Biased and prejudiced thinking. If you are biased against someone or something, or you don't want to listen, then of course you will not understand. It's on the listener, mostly on the receiver. If the receiver is not wanting to listen to this specific message, he or she will not want to understand. Number 1. Number 2, maybe he is biased against that person, so he doesn't want to listen to this message from this specific person or group of people or whatever. Bias means to have a preconceived idea, preconceived impression about someone or something. Tamam? So you will not understand because you're already having a negative or a biased feelings about someone or something. Uninterested. Uninterested means he or she doesn't want to listen. So there's no point speaking because it's a waste of time. He will misunderstand because he's not interested or she's not interested. Language. Language is very important. You should know the message you are trying to convey. It should be in the language of the listener. The receiver should understand the language. Otherwise, it's no point communicating. It's really difficult. You can do some physical impression, but you will not be able to communicate unless the listener is really intelligent enough to understand. Ya Allah, I have to be quick. Number 6 is time. Time, sometimes the time is not good to communicate. It's not the time or place to say. So we have to be, sensible enough to realize, is it the right time to speak or is it not? Now let me just show you. And I have 1 minute. Communication. I hope you can see. Speaker and sender. The different points. Why do we fail to communicate? And the different forms. Clear? Oh my God. I will write it down in the channel, Jani, in the description box. I will write it anyways. So communication is, oh my God, Tamam, I have 15 seconds. Communication is a dialogue between 2 or more people, and there are different factors we need to realize before we communicate. And it's written, verbal, animated, and in the art form. I have to go, and that's what I have for you today. Bye. Finish? Is it finished? Okay. See you in the next video.